The only reason Podcat was able to fight so early is because his lane was an absolute dumpster fire for the side of Pain Gaming. Like, Podcat just blew that thing up and suddenly had a Dragonlance and could go wherever he wanted on the map, even though there was a Tiny in the game that should be able to one-shot him. But you can't when he has Tread's Dragonlance at like 13 minutes or something.
Yeah. He just became a complete and total monster. And I don't necessarily see the same thing happening in this Weaver game. You know, you talk about all of the taunts that they've got here on Pain. You have to think about also the strength of those taunts. The Nature's Prophet taunt might be the best one in this game. Not going to lie. It's really, really good.
Oh, with the Money Dance? Yeah, that's fair. We definitely need a tier list. I think Sunsfan should refocus his efforts from the Aghanims list. Wait until all the heroes have them, you know what I mean? And come back to us and work on a taunt tier list.
That would be real good. Look at this, though. They're calling out the smoke play that they want to take. King RD trying to secure himself a first blood, but Pycat is already in the area. Doesn't look like they're going to go for it yet. And the smoke now, the long wraparound coming. Do they hear the sounds of the trumpets?
Yeah, they're getting the back angle.
And this is a hell of a wraparound. Who are they going to find? Pycat's on the low ground. He hasn't skilled yet. Welcome back high ground again.
Oh, no.
See him now.
The pings.
The pings are coming. They're looking for it. And are they going to get any bounty runs? They're going high ground now. A bit of a battle of brewing as they jump forward with Tavo trying to deal the damage, and Optic able to secure themselves a couple of bounty runs. So too will Pain. As PPD starts to get ran down, does have a brain sap, and I don't know if HFN and the rest of Pain are going to be able to find that kill.
No, not enough damage there. So bounty runes then still go 2 for 2. And now everyone's TP to their proper lanes. So Bane and Mirana laning together. Tale as old as time. Everyone's singing musical songs around here. It's really getting to me here. But the top lane, that'll be the Venge Weaver once more.
Yeah. And this is the one that, you know, you do talk about all these little treants that are coming at him. Look at the damage onto King RD already. That was just like less than a second, it felt like, and he's down to half HP.
Yeah.
Having all of it. They don't have the Blightstone this time around, but look at him.
Get out of my lane.
I don't know if they can actually, I mean, how well are you going to be able to stay down here?
It just takes so long, even with Shikuchi.
Yeah.
And then a couple denies there from 3-3 to ensure they don't get too much from them, so nice play there.
Bottom lane, a lot of aggression out as well, coming in from Duster. He is out of mana now. This is the downside to this hero, and the nerfs that it's received for the mana cost of Splinter Blast. But top lane is where there's going to continue to be the aggression. It's HFN forced into using the salve. Actually going to go for
the sentry though.
Zai making use of it, but we'll pay the price.
Yeah, still worth the first blood for sure.
Quick little tip there. Feeling good about it. Mid lane, we haven't talked about a lot about it, but it is going to be the Alchemist and the Tiny squaring off, and relatively even on last hits and denies.
It's kind of brutal, too, because giving the first blood to King RD is actually really nice because it means he can get boots. So if he has to stay in the lane with the treants, he can now outrun them.
Oh, that is really nice. And there's a ton of regen with him, too. So maybe get 1 or 2 last hits for himself here. And they've brought Tavo up to the top lane as he announces his presence. Pale. It's now onto the Venge. The shield crash there as well. King RD taking the damage and does have enough damage, mana for boots here. Or they're both for boots. Just going to salve up and back out.
All right, back he goes. Check out the mid lane. It's pretty even. 9-5, 10-5, 10-6. Just back and forth sort of stuff. You'd imagine with the ridiculous... No, I'm checking out. You're supposed to check out where the kills happen.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I got you covered.
Appreciate that.
That is a rough kill. He just TP'd down here, too. So he doesn't have his TP. Oh, actually, he does have it ready. No one bought him one. Oh, never mind. I can't see his TP cooldown. My bad. I was thinking that it was showing on my screen, but it doesn't. So I'm thinking the TP's still in CD, and that's why he's just scooching his way back to lane.
Stun, though, up here top as well to try and turn this back around at 3-3. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough. At least he's a Weaver, so he can scooch back to lane a little bit better. But it does hurt. And King RD getting body blocked by one treant while the other ones are chasing him. King RD! Oh, no. 3-3. Got a lot of damage into there, but has he overextended? No, the Nyx turns it back around with the Impale. And they are able to keep their buddies alive.
Pretty good solution to boots right there.
What you like to see, man. They're just going to continue their chicken dancing all through the top lane as an avalanche tossed back to the range creep. Was not within range of the tower, though. Still, Weehaw going to take a lot of damage from the tree of CCNC. Meanwhile, Winter Wyvern goes down in the bottom lane, and on the other side, Tavo's dying. What the hell's happening? Everybody's going down.
He died so far away. 3-1 now. That's a lot of gold. 280 for the Nature's Prophet. Jeez, these solo kills.
My goodness. HFN just going to eat up that little ward as well. So as far as like the levels are concerned, you can see Radiant supports are hurting it. It's mainly just this Venge and the Weaver because of how badly it went in the early stages. 3-3 is going to be pummeled here a little bit, but they're still both stuck at level 2 right now.
I do like this game still a lot more. Like the Venge, a much stronger laner than a Rubik to go with this Pangolier, so that should be helping out Tavo a lot. And then they have this Weaver and Winter Wyvern, which is also another strong lane, even though it's still only level 2 for HFN. It's a bit rough. I know he'll catch up, though. It's a Weaver. He shouldn't die too much more. And that should be creating enough space for Weehaw to actually have this giant position 1 game that you need out of the mid lane and on the Alchemist. It's a pretty good game for it. They don't really have the best answers for him.
Oh, he's actually sort of getting these stacks off at the same time.
Yeah, he's been doing a really good job with that. In fact, CCNC wants to come see what's going on. Oh, this is going to be brutal.
He's looking for it. He takes away a couple.
He just got so many of those. Oh, that Observer ward. Who placed that? Who placed this thing down?
Oh my God, he pulled me. All right, that's
of course. It was Peter Pan Dam placed that ward. That's who placed it. I was wondering what he was doing away from the lane. Oh, that's so worth.
Tavo going to try and body block as Roche wants to get in on the action as well. Just gives King RD a touch as they get the magic missile and eventually going to take down 3-3.
Oh my God, he stole so many of those last hits.
Yeah, Weehaw's a sad man right now. He's still going to get his farm on. He's an alchemist, though.
Isn't it interesting that they didn't block it, though? Like, it's funny, right? Because like you can take the option of just blocking the camp, but rather you try and go for a kill play. And so he sees Weehaw wandering around there low HP, so he knows he's going Shrine.
Meanwhile, on the top, they don't quite hit on the Splinter Blast, and that means not a chance for a kill onto Pycat as the Nightmare comes out. They could trade it over. No arrow anyway, so they're fine.
I think he was
to the side.
Was he trying to block like a potential arrow? Because it was only 2 seconds away, so he might have thought it was coming back.
That's the only thing I can think of, really.
He just ends up getting slaughtered.
6 minutes in. It's been a rough game for the Weaver so far. 2 deaths already, but it's off the back of a TP, having to walk back to lane. Yeah, game is hard.
Yeah, missing out on those, like, you only get like 4 or 5 of those, and missing on the Splinter Blast really hurts. Meanwhile, CCNC, thank you, Courier. Okay. Walks in front of the tree, and now PvD shows up.
In trouble. Oh, he gets out of there. He's fine.
Yeah, still the Courier.
That one hurts.
Yeah. He isn't up for combo, too. Once this, oh, man.
They're just diving him. Zai shows up as well, and Weeha's like, why is everybody in my lane? You're an Alchemist, buddy. A 2,000 gold lead with an Alchemist on the enemy team.
Man, great rotations from Optic. Just so much work from the supports coming to the mid lane.
It really does feel like that pace of the game that they're playing is that much more quick. And I think part of it is because they've got, like, you know, this Nature's Prophet who can absorb the pressure that's coming at him with the trees. And, you know, he's not tanking the tower at that point. What are you really going to do with Tavo and Venge? Like, you can't dive if the tower's keeping him back.
And Zai just reappears, has enough mana for some stuns. And I mean, King RD can't fully commit here. He's just standing up here with his Carapace possibilities.
Yeah, they can't punish that at all. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Pycat and PPD, they have themselves an arrow if they want. Nope, they already used it. PPD is just going to TP out after the sleep. Good play. Run in circles.
All right, well, HFN will get a little bit of breathing room here, though. That is a wand and nearly treads now for Pycat.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And another round of chasing forward. This ward paying off. They force Weehaw away. And she's just going to be chat wheeling. Very upset about the situation.
It's pretty much the most effective thing he can do at the moment, and he doesn't realize it, but he's being chased around by Zai here, as Zai was able to sneak through just around nighttime there.
Soaking up the experience. King RD going to walk up to the high ground. Zai trying to hide through the trees. Oh, do you see him? Not quite.
He just saw him?
Oh, he didn't notice. He walked around the tree, the juke.
He had the vision.
And now they're moving in. He's got the Spike Carapace here. Oh, no, but they wore off. Still looking for the chase. They pick up their tree, trying to find this kill. Avatos, Magic Missile coming in as well. Can they kill off Weeha? This would be so huge for them if Optic could get it, but it's not quite happening. And just death all over the map. Highcat managed to die. Weeha is going to live through it. And they're bringing in everybody.
Oh, they have gone just a bit too deep here. 3-man Ravage will keep them back. But yeah, losing Pycat and then diving onto a Shrine versus a Pango who's level 6, it's reminiscent of like a Puck or someone, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You just gave an opportunity to actually use this ultimate. It's something that can be very difficult to get going in the start of the game. What a, like, is there a better place to ult?
Oh. No,
it's
not
like that
really.
Thunderdome around that thing. But anyway, they fire right back in that bottom lane. Pycat gets the kill.
Zai comes back again just to soak up some of this experience that's going Weeha's way. And again, HFN is going to die. We've seen a lot of this from Weavers, where it's so hard to stay alive on this squishy bug.
Yeah, the Mirana and the Tiny have been the very good answers here. And another arrow from Nightmare down bottom.
PPD's level 6.
Yeah, now this Weaver comes back, he's going to be getting Fiend Script.
It really feels, I mean, it always is this case with an Alchemist draft, but it feels like it's all on Weeha to carry this game, and they are just pummeling him. Everywhere he goes, he's getting tossed around.
That was a Weaver stealing his farm. This isn't good. This is not an Alchemist game.
Yeah.
No one else is supposed to be here.
Now Weeha's upset. Out top side, 3-3.
10-minute runes.
They're trying to secure it. Tavo, they split the uprights. And can you pick it up in time? No, CCNC is there. And Optic get 3 of the 4 bounty runes. Oh, 3-3 is going to die. So they punish him a little bit. And, you know, dropping on Sentry. They have the Fiend Script there onto Tavo. The Ava hits onto 2. Oof. Yeah, this is feeling real, real rough. As Optic are just rolling again. Game number 2.
Good time to retreat, though. They just Nightmare the Weaver, and they know that he still has time lapse, and without the Fiend Script, no chance of killing. Pycat had TB that whole time, but did not feel the need, so he's continuing the pressure down bottom with the Catapult Wave.
Yeah, sort of made his presence felt with that Moonlight Shadow regardless. CCNC, they bring everybody yet again onto Weeha, trying to not get caught by that toss, and is not going to get healed up enough. Just all the damage in the world. 3-3's continuing to chase. Run at you, Dota. That's what we're seeing right now. And Pain, happy to oblige, are going to go right at CCNC, who is going to fall here, it looks like. So a 1-for-1 exchange, but the one that's dying is the Alchemist, while Pycat is just having everything that he wants, taking the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, that's unfortunate to give that up, though. You really just want, you know, kill and back. Kill and back. And then CCNC just kind of get baited in there by 3-3, I think.
Looking for the deny. Pycat makes it happen. Oh, is he gonna? He doesn't have an arrow. Already been used on creeps. Gets the bottle refill from PPD. Back to Farman. He has almost got himself a Maelstrom. 11.5 minutes in.
Zai, I think he's on the hunt for the courier. They know he's back here, though.
Yeah. Goes into Vendetta, then backs out again. This ward scouting out Weeha's movement, and let's see how many heroes they bring to the area. CCNC is moving over.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Could think
attack.
about going on him. Radiant just don't have the greatest vision in this spot either. So Weeha going for this play of just farming out the neutrals, and it doesn't look like... Oh, there you go. CCNC has the haste right now, and they're just going to run at him. Meanwhile, the Fiend Script happens in the mid lane as they're going to go forward onto the Venge. They get the Winter's Curse to try and turn this back around. Can they kill off any of these heroes? PPD down low, gets the Brain Sap, still living. King RD ends up dying, and CCNC at the haste and just did a big old circle. Finds another. They've still only lost PPD here. Arrow off the mark as Tavo jumps over the other side, but now he's caught in the trees, tries to swashbuckle his way out of there. The magic damage almost enough, but Tavo is out.
Ooh, the raindrop. Saving him at the end there, too.
Look at Weeha, he's still getting chased.
I gotta say, Tavo was very slippery on that hero. Kind of like perfect, like, micro movements for those little jumps over the trees, but in the end, he's just still gonna lose his tower. Can't save his allies. Now it's Zai hunting his way to HFN, who's trying to recover. He did a great job recovering on the Terrorblade in the previous match. He is up against it once more here on the Weaver.
Yeah. And for all that we've been talking about Optic running at this Alchemist, he is still getting close to that first relic and, you know, the big item that he's looking for in the Radiance as they kill off the courier yet again. My goodness. 3,000 gold lead.
Had the Ogre Club on it too, it looked like, for HFN, I'm guessing. Rough stuff. There's also been a gauntlet of strength and a brace recipe in here this like whole time. I think Venge lost it, didn't realize.
Yeah, I was wondering about those. I saw it earlier.
I think Venge wanted a second bracer to try and live, and someone messed with the courier. That's a classic.
Bunch of trees, push along the side.
Oh, this is a terrifying time now for Pain. We have a Blink Dagger done for a Tiny and an Orchid finish for a Nature's Prophet. And he found a Weaver up top. Silenced, bonus damage, but they don't have the detection, which you do need.
This is actually really big for them, too. If they can find the turnaround kill onto 3-3, he's one of the most farmed heroes in the game, and they're going to give that kill over to Tavo.
That's okay. There's space, right? Because now they're on the up.
And we are going to drop to that one. Does have enough gold for the relic. Likely pick that up, but no courier.
Yeah, I thought maybe some allies would be moving in there, but it was just 3-3.
No.
So maybe he's hoping to create attention and get out, but... Weehaw. Sorry, HFN.
He had time lapse, but did not get it off.
Not in time. Just too much damage.
Yeah.
Like, and that's his Ogre Club. That's on the courier.
Yeah.
If he had that thing, likely would have survived.
They found another. Yeah, you said terrifying time for Pain, and that is definitely the case now as they chase down this Vengeful Spirit. She's going to die. And it really feels like Pain is in a...
Oh, Weehaw.
Okay, he gets the bounty rune. He has the relic, but everybody is here. And with the blink off cooldown in a second, with the impale, the avalanche, the toss, again, Weehaw is going to go down. 0, 4, and 2 on this Alchemist. Trent.
Yep.
It ain't looking great.
No. Optic, for now, they just want to keep up this pressure and try and close out the top tier 1 and then think about Roche, but they're a very kill-focused draft. Oh, maybe this will be enough to save HFN, but he already uses time lapse basically just for positioning.
Looking for the initiation coming from Tavo with that Blink Dagger is able to get there. CCNC manages to find the Avatos while they were controlling him. He does die to the illusion from the Vengeful Spirit, but nonetheless, that one hurts, losing HFN yet again.
Still worth the rating though, because you know comeback kills. Unfortunately, it's under your Venge, but still, you gotta get everything you can from the side of Optic. And it is only a 5K lead this time, so still looking a lot better than last game. But only a 5K lead versus an Alchemist, which you know need a little asterisk up there next to the 5K.
Yeah, and we've seen Alchemists come back from games like this, but it is not easy, and it does kind of feel like a couple more mistakes at this stage. You take down Roshan, and we'll probably be pretty close to in the bag for Optic. 16 minutes in. Marana continuing to just quietly have a very free game.
They're smoking up here, trying to move past, maybe hoping that Weehaw's under enemy vision and see if that'll create enough of a bait scenario. You know, he just kind of keeps on farming as they smoke on by. They put up a sentry, clearly not one there. Very sneaky wards coming out from PPD and Zai. They've been going back and forth on a couple of different spots, and it's costing them a lot in sentries right now.
Regeneration.
Yeah, just been placed all over the map. They do run into another sentry ward right there.
Yeah, they don't want to kill it though, because it's about to expire anyway. Yeah. Meanwhile, although they smoked past Weehaw, he needs to pull himself back here because he's in a dangerous spot. CCNC has that long reach. He might just toss him onto Zai if he's not careful.
Yeah, and now with the Radiance, all you need to do is pop that Spike Carapace, and it's going to hit no matter what. Onto the stun. Waiting on the high ground, hoping that somebody is going to initiate on the Tavo, but everybody from Optic is down bottom.
Yeah, and looks like 3-3 is reading this too. He's here with the silence, but he doesn't want to reveal himself.
Brown Boots, Orchid, and an Ultali. They show up with Zai. Find the silence onto one, but they come in. Two-person stun by Tavo. Can they find the extra bit of damage? 3-3 is dead. Didn't even get his ultimate off. They managed to take down Zai afterwards, and now Pain Gaming streaming forward and able to take down PPD as well.
Yeah, and CCC's just hitting the towers, so nice grab there. Triple kill on the top. get the tower. CCNC will trade for bottom, but these are the sort of kills that Pain need. And I love the way Tabo itemized this game going for the Blink Dagger first, because the control from the Bane is just going to be always focused on him. He's going to be trying to Fiend's Grip in the middle of these fights, and PPD will be very happy with that, and the whole ulti is going to be completely wasted. So now that he has this Blink Dagger, he can play from the fog, try and target down the Bane every single time.
Yeah, and I guess that you eventually are going to get to this stage where it's just Alchemist that's out front and center, and you can't really deal with them, so it's always going to work in that way.
Yeah.
Illusion Rune, poor man's Manta style. He's going to try and cut out these waves. I don't think there's a better one he could have gotten at that stage, right?
Nope. Very nice to have.
Well, it's maybe starting to come together a little bit. It's only 3,000 gold lead. Do you like to play ahead if you're an Alchemist? If you're Optic? Oh, wait a minute, though. Tavo jumps in. PPD looking for that control, but it's not there. And now the swap back in. They find Zai with the dust. They got him caught, but can they get him killed? Pycat hasn't really entered these fights yet. The Winter's Curse is onto one. 10 damage coming from the Mirana.
Yeah, forced out Winter's Curse there, or else they would have got the kill on HFN. So Duster throws himself on the grenade to save his little bug.
What a team player.
Yeah, I tell you.
It's one you're used to.
Now, I will say they don't have as fast of a roaching lineup to side for OG. So Optic going to be a little bit slower.
And that would normally be the way that you try and close this game out.
Yeah.
Send Moonlight Shadow away. On the other side, Pain Gaming feel like they can take it relatively quickly if they happen to win a fight, just because of all the minus armor that's naturally a part of their heroes. They do spot out CCNC. Jump forward onto Tavo. He's going to be able to get the swashbuckle away. PPD has the Fiend's Grip onto one. It's the Winter Wyvern. Not really that much follow-up yet, but they're bringing in the big guns. CCNC finds that kill, and can they find any more? No more big team fight ultimates. Weehaw, bold as brass, just going to walk forward, wants to collect his bounty rune. King RD takes it instead, but all the damage in the world comes out from CCNC when he shows up. Weehaw, can he get his ultimate off? Still a long ways away, and they're slowed down there by the Heart Piercer Aura, trying to run away from them, but they managed to find the triple kill from CCNC.
Oh, holding that high ground strong from the side of Optic. And the way PPD starts that fight, he gets the sleep on the Venge, and he gets the Fiend's Grip on top of the Winter Wyvern, controlling both supports for the price of one. And the rest of his team. Do you see the play CCNC made too, where he had the toss into the rest of his combo, so he comboed like 3 heroes on top of each other? Really nice tiny play. Definitely growing on the hero.
And this is a lineup that has some potential to hold high ground with, you know, Winter Wyvern's abilities, but at the end of the day, you need to win a fight, and it just does not look like that's in the cards right now for Pain Gaming at all. 10,000 net worth behind.
Yeah, with an Alchemist. Again, the asterisk. You know, it's like a subtitle to the movie. It's like Pain, the film, because they're in, you know, they're in pain, and
They're
with an Alchemist.
Pain with an Alchemist. That's usually the other way around. I feel like everybody hated playing against this hero forever.
Yeah, I think everyone still does. I mean, Zai does. We know. We learned that yesterday.
That's
so
true.
He's very happy about this victory.
I don't think you're calling it too early either, because it's looking damn near close to it. Oh my God, Avatos yet again. Weehaw trying to run, trying to hide. He gets a stun. Are they going to find the arrow? Yeah,
that would be pretty miraculous. Weehaw would have to be hands off there. Trying to edit his chat wheel or something if that one hit.
Yeah. CCNC just tossing Pycat around. They're feeling good about this win. And they've needed it. Again, Optic. They're in the bottom of the group coming in today in a very contentious group. And playing for elimination here.
Pain are going to see if it'll work again, though. They're all grouped up. Same spot. Won a great team fight. Reliving some memories here.
Can they do it? Now walks forward, and there is 3-3 spotting the Weaver. Cold Embrace. Duster's still around to try and help out his buddies. They do turn this now onto the Bane. He's dead at the start of it, and the Impale is going to connect to take the TP out from HFN. And Weaver can time-lapse. Can he get away from here? Fully blocked off, and there's no luck in
wait.
Toss, run! Oh, he's dead. Weaver just, it hurts playing against Tiny.
Yeah, it really does. Didn't look that way last game, though, did it?
No. That's true.
But, yeah, there was just no focus on Pycat, the same way HFN's being focused down. Weehaw is very absent.
These are probably 2 of the best camps that you can get. Just a bunch of little creeps around the area, but Weehaw.
Yeah, Zai's on the prowl. Oh, so easy.
Yeah, this one hurts.
And where are you going to go? Nowhere.
Fully wrapped around in trees, and
Nice.
Pycat comes in for the arrow.
Yeah, very nice.
Has been
Robin Hood
eyeing
here.
your mount all day.
God, this has been a different Optic that woke up this morning. They ate their Wheaties. I guess we're in Canada. They ate their Tim Hortons.
No, we do have Wheaties.
You have Wheaties?
We're not in third world.
Okay.
Wheaties out here.
Second world. King RT, it's going to get pulled back as well. They have the Fiend's grip on the Tavo, broken for the moment. Oh, and now they're just beating each other up. This hurts. PPD is going to escape, though, for the moment, even though there's a bunch of bugs on him. They keep their captain alive, and Optic continuing their dominance in this game number 2. And Roche still ripe for the pickings.
Yeah, looks like they might be heading in there now, potentially. They could want to go Shrine, though, just because, you know, there's all these wild plays could be happening. There's a Winter Wyvern, there's a Pangolier. I think it's good that they haven't tried to force Roche either, because you do not want to fight there. I think Wave of Terror is just ridiculous vision over the pit, and then Tavo just blinks in, and suddenly 5 of you die, even though you're up 10k gold. I've seen that story before. Just avoid it altogether. They haven't needed the Roche whatsoever.
They have the Manta on Alk. And that smoke either didn't hit. Yeah, this must have clipped Weehaw.
Yeah, I don't think he won it. They're just trying to play again here. Trying to bait him.
Oh, the arrow. It's there onto the Venge, and that smoke is not going to work out. Quick pause. Having some issues. And give both teams some time to think about what's going to come next.
You know, bounty runes provide gold to the entire team regardless of which hero picks them up. You know, a lot of people, I don't know, I see people saying this sometimes. It doesn't matter who on your team. If you're Alchemist, your teammates can get the bounty runes and you get the bonus.
Oh.
Isn't that great? You don't have to do it yourself.
That's great.
Let your friends do it.
You love to see it. Oh, there's a kick and a kill and a CCNC stun, but he has that status resistance. He's just going to back out. They shrine away from their Alchemist, who's getting ran at yet again. The swap out. They want to keep him alive. The Winter's Curse doing pretty good things to try and turn this back around. 3-3 pops his BKB, but is still going to die. And Weehaw living through all of this. He's going to stun himself. Oh, no, he throws it back onto CCNC. Manta dodge trying to run away. PPD wants to get the 1 kill. Can he do it? No. They take down 4. Pain, signs of life, ever so slight.
Okay, well, there weren't any buybacks. That is a big gold swing. A lot of experience for the Radiant side, especially for HFN. Man, this is just like last game, where suddenly he just gets levels. A couple little fights. He's almost up to 20 now. And we have talked about how there is the issue that they don't really need Roche. They don't really want to go on Roche because it is so scary. As Weehaw does eat the arrow this time, straight out of the trees. Nice angle found from Pycat, but no follow-up because everyone's dead. The Spear Vessel did a lot of work, though. Is there no follow-up?
Or is he going to have the follow-up that he needs? They kill him off through the Cold Embrace.
Really nice, the Maelstrom.
Oh, wow. Nyx Assassin also assaulted, but Pycat understanding the limits of his heroes and also what it can do. They're going to try and chase this for more. Tavo doesn't quite hit there with the Falling Thunder. They're taking down Zai pretty well. Pycat also going to be controlled. No more BKB for him here. And with the Yule Scepter, they swap away to break that one, but they are also going to be able to take down Pycat. Can they do any more? It's a buyback from Weavers. He's back into this fight with the time lapse in. HFN making the plays for his team.
Yeah, but there was a quick TB from 3-3, so they only get the return kill onto the Bane. And that is enough to still give 52 gold to the Weaver. I guess you might be able to call that worth, but there's a chance he might need that buyback over the next 8 minutes or so. 1,200 gold goes to the Vengeful Spirit. And she's trying to help the team. Looks like she's going in towards a pipe.
Could be very useful with... I mean, we saw there even just like the magical damage. Normally you think right-click's coming in a Cold Embrace, you're fine. But Sai showing up the Mirana as well, and things become pretty rough pretty quickly.
Another slight pause here. All right, only a 7K lead. Things were looking so good for Optic. Thought they had pretty good high ground, getting that going. But I guess they're not really into like these BKBs that early. Or at least they weren't popping off them into those big fights. So now they found a couple fights outside where the BKBs were not that impactful. And down to 8 seconds already for the Nature's Prophet and for the Mirana.
And I think the biggest difference is that you've got like these heroes too that are actually doing a decent amount in the team fights. I feel like the Nyx has kind of been one of the X factors. You talked about the Spirit Vessel on the Alchemist.
Yep.
You know, these types of issues, that it feels like you're getting more out of the supports, and maybe that starts to change as, you know, the Vengeance Aura gives more and more damage to these heroes. Who knows?
CCNC, he had a heart queued up, but I like this if he goes back to the BKB, because I think he does want one.
They're looking. They have the Blink Dagger on the Alchemist. They spot out CCNC. Jump forward, finds the stun. This is a huge kill if they can find it. Tavo rolling through yet again another stun because of that cooldown. Yule Scepter on top of him. Nightmare trying to keep their carry. They're mid alive. CCNC is going to fall. HFN gets the finish, and no more time lapse. The runaway. The Spirit Vessel's doing a lot there to the Weaver. Keep our eyes on his HP dwindling down, but he is eventually going to live through it. Weeha, is he going to be so lucky? Fully trapped in by the trees. He ends up going down. 3-3 picking up that kill, and Pycat cleaning up the rest of them as he's looking for Duster.
Oh, he's prowling.
And he's going to take it with one last arrow. Meanwhile,
And
Tavo
Tavo still on the run. Spirit Vessel once more here.
He has a shield crash to get up to the high ground as well as a swashbuckle.
There's one more Spirit Vessel.
Blink,
they will
he
lose
should be
him.
good.
Nice attempt from Zion there for the trees, but Tavo jukes and jives his way to safety, and Podcat says no more messing around. Head straight into the Roche pit. And CCC, sometimes SAS resistance is not the best thing. Made it a lot easier to chain that combo there for Tavo on the Pangolier. Basically 100 to 0 for the Tiny, but they were casting pretty much everything on top of CCNC, so there was plenty of room for Podcat to move around in that fight and then clean it all up. But kind of like last game.
If there is one benefit to this, it's just that it's only Aegis not getting towards those later items that Roche drops. As Weeha is just going to turn off his Radiance for the moment, doesn't want to get comboed together by Nyx Assassin. But it still feels like it's Optic's game to lose at this point. If they don't close this one out, they're the ones that are in control. And Zai, does he run into HFN?
Oh man,
that was so close.
Yeah. Probably would have been a kill too. Yeah, he has no defensive item. They were lacking detection though, actually, so he probably would have lived.
Well, he popped his Spike Carapace and ran into the area, so I think he would have taken the damage from Sakuchi. But if they can follow up, I guess is the big question. 30 minutes. And PPD has an inkling that they're going to be looking for bounty runes. And they run into Weeha. Blink. Ooh, that was close again.
You'd think the guy had a gem or something, but Carapace is ready.
Got him caught. They have a Brain Sap. They have a Fiend's Grip. Everybody shows up, and Weeha hits the floor.
The prize is mine.
And the only person with a buyback cooldown is the Weaver. Everyone else, they just can't afford it, and Tavo can afford it, so he's the one person on Pain who does have it. And we have another 6.5 minutes here until Roche may respawn, which means 3.5 minutes left on our Aegis for Podcat, as he has 7-second BKB, a Haste Rune, and an MKB, so they want that high ground fight. And they're going to find themselves a Weaver. Oh, HFN, good call. Cuts himself in here. Back out, but they have enough vision to help provide that securely, it looks like. Just seeing Podcat and CCNC.
He passed by one of those sentry wards. I think it was outside of his vision.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're doing a good job of making sure that there's at least these wards around so HFN can push out safely. And as I say that, the gem is going to take a couple of those away. And they're going to take one last one away as well. Yeah, Optic are in a very comfortable spot now, and if there's one thing you can say, it's the high ground defense from Pain Gaming, but similarly, you don't just want to have to sit inside your base.
Yeah, it just gets to the point where Alchemist is the one big farmer, right? He's the only one who's been gaining net worth. It's a 14K lead. It's really more than that because of like the inconsistencies of Alchemist and his own net worth.
That's a hero that's balanced around just being ahead. And obviously, if you're behind, you're not ahead.
And he's going to get every little wave that comes in here like this. So it becomes difficult. The rest of your allies get starved out, and then they're going to have the Scythe to deal with him from the Aegis Prophet. They already have Fiend's Grip. All these single target focuses that are eyeing him through the engagements. and then you think, okay, well, that should make space for someone else, but that's where these other heroes are so far behind. So that's where HFN and Tavo have to play pretty damn flawlessly, and the HP is starting to stack up on these supports, so it's not quite as easy to fully combo down. The Nyx Assassin, like Zai's almost up to 1,800 HP. Peter, maybe the best chance at about 1,400.
The other thing, too, is just like you look at the vision. When are they even going to have a chance to find those heroes? Like, the only ward that they place down right here is just barely seen. Highcat is already shown in the wave. They got their other one dewarded those up on the high ground. They're playing completely blind at this point. And if they happen to step out of line, Zai's going to be there to put a stop to it. And then you've also got the problem of the Nature's Prophet, who can just show up at any point. He's farming on the other side of the map, and then will show up wherever they need him.
Looks like they're going to smoke here. At least they're grouping like they are. Maybe not. Waves coming through. Not able to push this out. Okay.
Swap up. Immediate BKB from Highcat as the magic missile came in. They are going to miss the arrow.
There's a DD on this Tiny.
This is a lot. Ready to go in if they so desire. And they do have the Moonlight Shadow. There's going to be the avalanche from the low ground. And caught onto the Winter Wyvern yet again. Throw the tree at him. Duster just taking a beating. Tavo is going to be there with the Yule Scepter, punching back into him. Save for the moment, but 3-3 is eventually going to die. It's something.
Yeah, Pocket's still so low. I don't think they want to waste the Aegis here. Try and Spirit Vessel him up, but his mana is still low. He'll have an arrow to go for, and CCNC really wants to use his DD on that tower. He has the BKB as well. He can just wail on it for 10 full seconds. And that's what 3-3 is saying.
Yeah. Fortification is there. CCNC going to pick up another tree. As more pings come out, the Aegis expires. They buy back on Wyvern. No more DD. Things getting testy for Optic, and they're going to have him controlled for the moment. Pycat trying to make sure that his Tiny is going to be able to survive. Optic.
Look at him holding that BKB, knowing that status resistance is there. It doesn't really matter with these little stuns. He'll be able to get back, so. Oh, lost the Aegis, though. Now 2.5 minutes till the respawn.
And of course, you know, you look at this, it feels like a foregone conclusion, but for all of these players still playing at like the most intense that you've ever played in your life, because they know that it's only a couple matches away from elimination. Every single one of them matters when you're at the bottom of the bracket. Yeah,
and so they're going to go for a bit of a riskier smoke play. Maybe not so risky as just kind of unlikely. Tavo comes up, maybe thinking that they'll assume he's alone. One of the better heroes to be split pushing him. Well, Peter, he's going to tank the gank here. Oh, he's got an Invis rune. He does not have a smoke. Okay, he might be all right.
He broke the smoke of the Wyvern.
So they drop a sentry down. So they probably think it's Nyx Assassin.
Oh, and they drop down an Observer Ward right there.
And they're going to Moonlight in.
Oh, God, and the rest of them are showing up. HFN trying to run away. Tavo, he finds the stun. They still have BKB on all these heroes. You can't chain stun them forever. Weehaw also moving forward. Is this really the fight that you want to take, Payne?
No, they got to run.
They're trying to chase CCNC. They've got themselves Tavo. There's going to be the Avo, but they swap him back out, keeping him alive, but there's going to be the Maelstrom proc. It connects. They find the kill. They buy back on Tavo. He wants to get into this fight as they take down Bane and Pycat, chasing forward for Weehaw. Weehaw is able to escape for the moment, and Pycat getting brought down low. After that Aegis was gone, he is vulnerable, and he does die, and now CCNC finding another. Can they kill off HFN? He's stunned. He's caught there by the Sprout as well. The right click's coming through, is eventually going to fall, and now they've got Tavo. This would be a dieback for him. Already there's no Weaver for 110 seconds, and that's another kill on the Pango.
Yeah, Weehaw just hiding off to the side here. Will Peter find him? Oh, he's going to find one more with the ward up on the high ground. King RD found now by his opponent captain, and Weehaw still just lurking aside, pops out the illusions, and will just try and make his way back home.
And it does look like he's going to complete his TP, but they have lost absolutely everybody else on their team.
And another DD rune near the Roche pit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That was questionable at the best.
Weehaw.
That guy always knows what to say, I tell you.
It's true.
Seeds of fortune.
I mean, you can understand it. Like you said, it's a play that's unlikely to work out, but you kind of have to make those moves when you're this far behind. And if they're able to find one person farming, it's great. Afterwards, it's kind of like, well, what do? Do we just walk back to base now? And then the fight starts, and it's kind of on bad terms.
They don't know that Weaver has no buyback, though, so they're not that confident just running in. There was no Roche to get, so it only amounts to Optic getting a more gold, like a higher gold lead, and then more vision and lane pressure across the map. So still very good for the side of Optic, but it is not the final fight quite yet for Pain. They will have another opportunity. Just becoming more and more difficult as we press further.
So you say another opportunity. I mean, do you think that they want to try and go for another smoke play out, or is it just that now we have to just sit on high ground and hope they overextend?
High ground is pretty scary. I mean, this Wyvern and Pango, we saw it in the game before, very irritating to deal with. And the swap 2 is what kicked off that whole thing. They almost got Podcat 100-0 to get the Aegis on the earlier end, but they just weren't quite able to secure it. This time, the DD is a little further back, as that Yule Scepter to just dispel it last time was a little frustrating.
Yeah. And they are going to take down the shrines now. Shut down more of the vision.
Radiant's top shrine
Optic.
is under attack.
Looking like they are going to clear out the jungle, possibly head down towards the bottom, and another smoke play. Oh, just a run at them. Okay. Is there vision? There is some vision here that was laid down by the Radiant. They spot CCNC again, continuing to initiate on this Tiny, and the Moonlight Shadow, he stuns himself. This is not good. They swap back away and now turn onto his teammates as Nyx Assassin was mid-animation there. Tavo getting a couple of stuns as well. Can they chase down this Nyx Assassin? HFN decides instead, let's go over for PPD, see if we can take down 3-3. Dealing some decent damage. Toss, the Avalanche, Weehaw gets the Manta out, is immediately going to be killed off, and even though he's in the BKB, he's not going to be brought down as CCNC
They're fighting
trying
very
to
well
take
here.
down King RD. He's getting a lot of minus armor. He's down to very low, and can they kill him off? Yes, indeed. Weehaw with the double kill. They didn't lose anybody.
All under a Radiant Observer Sentry combo. That did a ton of work for them in that fight. Able to see so much of what's going on, and the focus they've had, taking down PPD first, making sure he doesn't get off good fiend scripts. He bought back in the last fight. CCC bought a heart in the middle of that fight, and they still were able to bring him down because he couldn't let the regen kick in. And then that Winter's Curse almost killed Zai from 100-0. He had 241 damage that whole fight.
All right, slow and steady. Runs the comeback. And Weehaw now into Ashiba's guard. He's top net worth, which is where you like to be on the Alchemist, as he's going to eat another arrow. It's fine. It was fortified anyways.
Just seemed like such a dangerous spot to go as Optic, but they don't have that same vision we do. You know, they couldn't tell the entirety of Pain had just migrated out there. CCNC probably thinking that he was very fine.
Long Roche respawn, but it's about to be back now.
Oh, let's be honest, he is very fine. But anyway. Yeah. All right. Did they see it? They did see it. Okay.
Middle tower is under attack.
I mean, if they can get this Roche, it's not necessarily like they're, you know, running away with it here, but at least it's something.
It's starting to become a pretty big deal. This is, it feels like last game where it's like, no, there's no way they're going to come back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, Peter, you are correct. He was just helping them out, letting them know. It's true.
So Aegis on the Weaver. He's also got the cheese. Bunch of bounty runes.
And a DD too. Press forward with this.
But what can they really do with this Aegis? I mean, there's still 9,000 gold behind with this Alchemist. If you're Pain Gaming right now, what's your play?
I mean, the main problem is that the Weaver just doesn't have a whole lot because he's pretty poor, right? He's like 6K behind the Nature's Prophet, but he's currently sitting on DD. So I'd like to make a play right now.
Okay.
And Peter's dead.
Quick jump.
He has no buyback. Now you press forward. You have an advantage. Go, use your BKBs. Don't get Fiend's Gripped. Try and take this tier 2 down in the mid lane.
They have one Cardi with them. And they are going to be cleaning up a good bit of those treants. Optic, in the meantime, it looks like Zai wants to do his normal play of trying to cut the creep waves from behind.
Radiant's bottom
Although,
shrine is under attack.
wisely, Weehaw is going to keep him back. And they're actually taking down this shrine while this is happening. But Pain.
Not bad, but still Pain, I'm sure, happy with this. They already lost the important shrine up top. That shrine's completely worthless.
They do also manage to cut the creep wave bottom, so Optic can't get the split push action happening. At least not to a large extent. And Pain.
Dire's middle tower is under
They
attack.
TP back with one. It's the Nature's Prophet. They're
They're gonna
smoking up.
smoke. CCNC's found,
They run
inhibited.
into him. He does have his BKB.
Yeah. And Zai, looks like he popped their smoke at the same time there, but they were all looking away from their hero, so they didn't even react. They have a gem on the Venge. Whoo, that's so close. Zai escapes to the east. They're going to come down towards Podcat now.
They see the triple arrow. The gem is on the ground. Want to pick that one up. And up on the high ground is Pycat. There's 2 here with the Impale. They're also bringing in the Tiny. He's found Duster. Are they going to be able to find that? I don't think so. Weehaw still looking for more.
Tavo's waiting on this ultimate. Now there's no BKB on the Tiny if they want to go in, but they're playing this patient. They know that they've found very good fights, but they've been in specific circumstances, and if they go head-to-head, it's unlikely to end well for them. And just a moment ago, I believe we talked about how the Weaver was about 6K behind. Not the case now. He is almost into a Lincoln Sphere. He is just about 2K behind his Nature's Prophet.
He was just given an Aghanim Scepter.
That would explain it. I was wondering why that jumped up so much. That's a big deal.
Yeah. 16-second cooldown, 1,000 range. This matters a whole hell of a lot. Arrows. Just able to dodge away from it for the moment. Still holding on to that DD. Has the Aegis in hand. And this changes the way that you can play as Weehaw. Like, you could potentially walk up high ground and just sort of hit the tower, force them to deal with you, and then you've got the Weaver Ags afterwards.
Yeah, the only problem is he's just not really the best sieger.
Yeah.
It's like you kind of want your Weaver doing that, but then your Weaver's also one who has to be back to use it. So it's not the best game for it, but it'll do.
Maybe just clear out the tier 1 first.
That might be a good idea.
It's crazy how quickly this game changes back around. Pain, who have been hanging on for a while, and Optic just trying to close it out. I mean, they have to wait out the Aegis, right? Like, Optic can't really make a move until that's gone.
It depends. If Pain make a mistake, they certainly can, right? I mean, look at 3-3. That's definitely the correct play. He's down here catching the wave. And they have to stay very tight right now for the side of Pain. One slip up, and they're just going to be right back where they were before.
Almost need to, like, escort the creep wave down with them, as they aren't getting one through to their team.
Zai may be hunting for a courier here. He's going to be close if he sees this Weaver.
This is such good play from Optic. Like, to constantly make sure that there's people spread out and farming out these waves.
Oh, that courier's going to come right over Zai. That's a Lincoln Sphere. Zai, oh, he's not going to see it.
That's close.
He'll get it on the way back if he wants. Oh, no, he just went over an Observer Sentry combo.
Okay.
Near the Roche pit.
Again, it's 3-3, just being annoying down here. Constantly pressuring out this wave. He has a BKB and TP out, in case anybody rotates.
Yeah, the no TP cooldown, very good in a game like this.
They do have a creep wave in the mid lane. When's the point where they just say, screw it, let's try and pressure?
They have Blink on the Wyvern. It's a pretty good item for that. Blink on the Alf. Well, there's only 10 seconds left on this Aegis, so not anymore.
Yeah. God, what a great job from Optic to sort of delay that one out.
Yeah, they lost a lot of real estate, though, right? Like, a lot of their towers. And suddenly they're not controlling the entire game anymore. They don't feel very ahead. King RD, they're looking to pick him. Oh, he says the gem. Sai, quick fingers though on the Blink.
On the other side of it, PPD did drop down a sentry ward, spotted HFN. They see each other now, breaking the Lincolns the first time through. Can they find any more arrows going out? Connects onto the BKB. Not bad. Zai still within vision. They managed to get the Yule Scepter lift up. TNC looking for the opening. Now, can they find anybody at all? Avalanche only hits onto the Wyvern, but it might be enough. Can they take him down time the second time? They don't get the third. There's going to be the time that saves his life, but he's getting invis. He's trying to fall, and he is eventually going to go down. Can they take any more? King RD isolated away from the rest of them. He swaps out.
There's 3 heroes chasing Zai, and he's alive.
To find that kill.
They're just all after him. There's a Weaver, a Pangolier, an Alchemist. They just ditched the fight to chase Zai, and somehow he lives.
Oh, no.
Unbelievable. Through the trees, back and forth. Abandoning their poor support duo. And, of course, they had that gem. And largely why they had such trouble keeping track of Zai.
Tavo laughing about it, but gotta be feeling a little bit sheepish right now.
Oh, they're finding HFN at the top lane. Zai, the play, he stayed on the side.
Are you kidding me? All right, well, Weehaw is going to be found here as well now, and this is going pretty freaking bad for him. The BKB is still down 6 seconds away. And just like that, Optic pull themselves back up again, and they have to buy back on heroes now. 14 seconds until Wyvern, but HFN does not have one.
He had the cheese, and he has no buyback.
Towers falling, barracks falling. A nightmare for Pain. They're going to throw out the stun, but what's the follow-up here? And bottom lane, they're also pressuring this in. keeping the pressure on. The Observer Ward's going to go down, so they don't have the best vision inside. But look at this. It's how quickly the buildings are falling. They just cannot defend against this pressure coming out. They are going to hit CC&C, but this guy is mighty big. 5,000 HP, and they don't have their Weaver to beat into him. Stun goes out onto 3-3. The Nightmare to keep him alive. On the other side, Podcat just laying waste to CC&C, finds the two-man avalanche. The second toss yet again. He's tossing it back into his team, throwing this game. And it is going to be Duster also isolated. GG is called as Optic clutch it out in a 2-0 series.
That was quite a bit of poise there from Optic. Pain did their normal thing where somehow they managed to claw their way back from a game that looks like it's completely over, give themselves one last shot, but